Chapter 12. Format Errors. Letters and Memos. Format. The layout of copy on a page is referred to as format. Some formatting considerations include margin setting, spacing between paragraphs, the organization of document parts, underlining, capitalizing, boldfacing of letters or words. Letters. Letters are documents used to communicate with people such as customers or clients outside of the organization. Proofreading letters. Proofreading a letter for correct format includes checking three things: the overall balance, appearance, the correct placement, spacing, and sequence of letter parts, and the consistency and format of the letter. Balanced appearance. Overall balance is achieved when the left and right margins are approximately even and the top and bottom margins are balanced. Letter parts. Most letters are prepared by using the same basic sequence. When proofreading letters, check to make sure that all of the required letter parts are present and that they are in the correct sequence. Also check that the proper spacing has been used. Basic letter parts. Your heading, your date, letter address, salutation, that's the dear Mrs. somebody, the body, that's the part where you say what you need to say, complimentary close, that's the sincerely, writer's name and title, and reference initials. Use reference initials when you're typing the letter for somebody else. The heading. In business letters, the heading is usually pre-printed on letterhead stationery and includes the name and address of the company, the telephone number, fax number, email address, and the company logo. The date includes the month, day, and year. It should be approximately 2 inches from the top of the page. Letter address. The letter address includes the personal title, name, and complete mailing address of the receiver. If the letter is addressed to an individual, the individual's title, Mr., Mrs., Ms., or professional title like doctor or professor, is included as a sign of courtesy. The attention line. An attention line is included in the letter address when the writer does not know the name of the receiver of the letter or is writing to an organization. The attention line is keyed at the first line of the letter address. For example, attention, personnel director. Then you have the name of the company and your address. Salutation. Salutation is a friendly hello of the letter. The salutation should agree with the first line of the letter address and the number and gender. If the letter is sent to a company, use the salutation, ladies and gentlemen. The salutation is placed one line below the letter address. A colon follows the salutation when mixed punctuation is used. The colon is omitted when open punctuation is used. Body. The body contains the message of the letter. It begins one line below the salutation. In general, the body should contain at least 3 paragraphs, which makes the letter look more attractive. If the message is long, it may extend to more than 1 page. Use the same margins on all pages. Complimentary close. The complimentary close is a social goodbye of the letter. Tap Enter once after the last line of the body for the complimentary close. Place a comma after the complimentary close in mixed punctuation if mixed punctuation is used. No comma if open punctuation is used. Writer's name and official title. There's one you can get extra credit on. The writer's name and job title are positioned 2 lines below the complimentary close. The job title may be positioned on the same line with the keyed name or immediately below. For example, you have it here on the same line. Here you have it immediately below. Reference initials. The initials of the keyboard operator are keyed in lowercase letters with no periods or spaces at the left margin by tapping Enter below the writer's name, title, or department. Here we go. This is who the letter is from, Sue Smith, the president, and I typed it, Amy Ann Omler. If the writer keys his or her own letter, the initials are not needed. Notations. When a document is included with the letter, an enclosure notation is keyed one line below the reference initials. If a copy of the letter is to be sent to another person, a copy notation is included. The letter C is used, followed by the name or names of the person or persons who will receive the copy. Example. And we are anxious to work with you. Sincerely. Then we have who wrote it. We have an enclosure. We have a price list in there. And then we're also going to copy Hopewell and George Garcia. Letter formats. Letters can be prepared in different formats and styles. Block format is quick and easy to use because all letter parts begin at the left margin. In modified block format, the date and complimentary close and the writer's name and the official title begin near the horizontal center of the page. Paragraphs may be blocked at the left margin or indented by a ½ inch. Proofread for consistency in format. Interoffice memorandums. We call them memos. Interoffice memos are informal documents used for communication within the same organization. They're internal. They are informal, but they need to be error-free. Generally, memos address only one topic and include the following parts: the receiver's name, the sender's name, the date, the subject of the memo, the body or the actual message, and reference initials. There's two ways to format. You can do to, from, date, subject with the capital letter and then on the first letter and small after, or to, from, date, subject, all in caps. Confused and misused words. Loose, that means not fastened or free. Lose, that's unable to find or to fail to win. And loss is a person or thing lost or a defeat. Examples. The rope is loose. Please don't lose the keys. Our win was their loss. Moral and morale. Moral is concerned with the goodness or badness of human action and character, or it's a lesson contained in a story or an event. Morale is the attitude of an individual. Examples: he has a good moral character. The morale of the staff was low after the layoffs. Precede and proceed. Precede means to come before in time or rank. Proceed means to go forward. Heidi will precede you in the lineup. That means she comes before you. You may proceed with your plans. You may go ahead and do them. It's the end of this chapter.